Good morning, Boston Sports Nation. Good morning, Celtic fans. Good morning, Bruin fans. How are we doing? How are we doing? How are we feeling this morning? The Heat get sent packing. Celtics win last night, 118 to 84. That was uh, that was nice to see. That was nice to see that our old nemesis there gets sent packing in convincing fashion as they win game five, 118 to 84. So that was a leave no doubts kind of win. That was a leave no doubts kind of win, and they needed it. They needed it. Celtics looked pretty good last night. Celtics looked pretty good, even without KP. They had contributions from the whole team. Um, Everybody kind of had a hand in that. The bench and everybody who's starting. So that was nice to see. That was nice to see. Sam Hauser with 17 points off the bench. Derek White, again, a huge contributor, 25 from him. He has been on fire so far this playoff series. Hopefully he can continue that going forward. Another 25 from D. White. Like I said, Hauser off the bench with 17. A little bit concerning. Jason Tatum only with 16 points last night, but he did have 12 boards. So obviously finding ways to contribute is Tatum. So I'll take it. Obviously not the best scoring night for JT, but again, finding other ways to contribute to help out with the win. 12 boards for Tatum, 3 assists. So, like I said, doing everything obviously probably knew he wasn't. They were keying on him, and they were pressuring him. So he did what he could to help the team. Like to see it. I think we're going to take care of either one, Colby. So it doesn't matter. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. But the Celtics do what they should have. They take care of the Heat, and hopefully that's a nice little step forward for them and a nice little lesson learned that when you have a team on the ropes, you finish them off. You don't let them hang around and you don't let them hang around and gain any type of momentum. The Celtics did exactly what they should have. C's did exactly what they should have, and that's demolish the Heat and send them on their way. Miami did have a lot of injuries, though. I will give them that. No Jimmy Butler, most notably. But anybody, heaping on the praise to the Celtics, I would back off just a little bit. Back off just a little bit because that score should have looked like that. With the injuries that Miami had, that score should have been an absolute blowout the way it was. It was a pretty entertaining series, Colby. Yes, it was. It was. KP obviously held out, and I think, to be honest, I think they should rest him as long as possible. I don't think we're going to need him in the next round, whether it's Cleveland or Orlando. I don't really care. I think they should just sit KP and have him rest that whole series. They're not going to need Porzingis to beat either one of those teams. They are not going to need KP to beat either one of those teams. So if I was them, I would let him rest and sit him out that series. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Daniel, I think that's where it's headed. I kind of have been saying it from the start of the playoffs. I believe that's where it's headed. Celtics and Nuggets, I think, are going to go face to face here for the championship. I don't foresee any issues going forward for the Celtics as long as they play to their full potential and don't have any, don't shoot themselves in the foot. I don't, I foresee them getting to the finals relatively easily. Relatively easily. I don't, I don't, I don't see any real team stepping in their way. Thunder are a scrappy team. They surprise me. They surprise me. They they I think they've been able to turn a lot of heads lately. That's a up and coming team for sure. That is an up and coming team for sure. Jaylen Brown again with 25 last night, so he has been pretty consistent so far this playoff series. So that's been nice to see. But I'm not gonna lie, Jason Tatum only with 16 points last night. But he did, like I said at the beginning of this video, he did find other ways to contribute. He had 12 boards, so obviously helping out on the rebounding side of things, and rebounds mean second chances for other people. So if JT knew he wasn't shooting well and that he was going to just find ways to contribute, that's fine with me. That's an unselfish way to look at it, and I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all for maybe one or two games, but I would like to see JT step up a little bit. Good morning, Butterfly. Good morning. But overall, a fun series to watch. Bam Adebayo had another kind of questionable game last night. Him kind of. I think he was trying to be an instigator on the court. If you want my opinion, I think Bam was trying to be an instigator and get under the Celtics skin a little bit. But that's good. That was good to see that they didn't let that get to them, and they didn't let him get in their heads and get them off their game. They played well last night. They played well last night. If they can execute like they did last night going forward, yes, Butterfly, we did win. If they can execute like they did in this series going forward, they should be okay. They should be okay. That was a good team win last night. Everybody contributed. Like I said, Tatum had a little bit of an off night, but he did find other ways to contribute. Butterfly, Derek White again, 25 points again last night. He has been talk about one of the major impact players and just big time contributors and ads. What a get he was from the Spurs. What an absolute get he was. That just goes to show you San Antonio clearly just wasn't giving him enough of a chance. He didn't get enough of a chance down there in Texas, and it's just he is flourishing here. What a stud he has become. One of the best gets from Brad Stevens by far. By far. What's up, Dimitri? But like I said earlier in the stream, guys, a couple of minutes ago, I would not risk pushing KP into this series because I don't think we're going to need him. I don't think we're going to need him to beat either one of those teams that we're going to see next, Cleveland or Orlando. We're not going to need him, and if he's still not 100%, and there's any doubt, excuse me, guys, and there's any doubt, then I wouldn't push that issue at all. Let him rest. Let him get to 100%. Have Al Horford play, and just rotate him. I would not risk KP being if he gets hurt and we can't use him for the rest of the playoff run because we push him a little bit. That's not worth it. That's not worth. We need him to win the championship. We need a fully healthy Porzingis to win this title. So if that means resting him as long as possible and possibly not playing him this upcoming series, I would 100% consider it. Like I said, we need him to win the title. We need him to be healthy, and we need him on the court to win the title. And I would not push that issue at all. But that was good. That was the fun series. Always good. Always fun watching the Celtics and the Heat go at it. They have a nice little rivalry going there. They have a nice little rivalry going there. No Jimmy Butler on the court though, so that kind of made it a little less entertaining. I would like to see. It's always a good time when he's on the court there because it just kind of ups that hatred for Miami even more. Yeah, now that they got Miami out of the way, that's their path to the championship. I think is pretty clear. Yeah, now that they got Miami out of the way, um, their path to the title is pretty clear. I don't realistically see them running into that much opposition going forward. Like the expectation now should be at the very minimum the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what the expectation for this team should be at the very minimum an Eastern Conference Finals appearance because the teams that are left can't really challenge them. Miami always plays them well and gives them fits, but now that they got this, now that they get that challenge out of the way and got them, sent them packing, I don't realistically see any other team that could kind of push them to the limit. But let's jump over to the Bruins. Yeah, the Bees need to take note from the Celtics on taking care of business. The Bruins absolutely need to take note on that. They need to take notes. But I kind of want to know what you guys think. What are your impressions of the upcoming Bruins game? Do you think they win? Do you think the Leafs can keep the momentum going and force a game seven? What do you guys think? I think so. Here's my opinion. I'm under the impression that the Bruins are not gonna make the same mistake twice. I'm under the impression that they are not gonna make the same mistake twice, and they are 1,000,000% gonna take care of business and send the Leafs back home. They're gonna. I think they learned their lesson. I think Jim Montgomery at the end of last game was a little pissed off, to be honest. I think Montgomery at the end of that last game was a little pissed off. I don't think he I don't think he liked how they finished that final game or that last I should say that last game. He knew that they kind of messed up and they didn't you know finish off Toronto and kind of step on that momentum that they had. But I think they're going to get it done. They're going to get it done now, and they'll move on. They'll send Toronto back. They'll send Toronto packing, and they will move on to the second round. We back. Y'all good? We good? All right. My bad. I got a phone. I got a work phone call. We got a work phone call that interrupted the stream. My bad. Had to take that for a second. What's up, Grega? Good morning. But we're back. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the Bruins. I do think that they're gonna get it done, and we will move on. Al Horford and multiple Celtics last night basically said we learned from our mistakes, and we learned our lesson. And I'm hoping the Bruins will take notes. I'm hoping they learned their lesson to not to not kind of fuck around and just take care of business. Because we don't need any of that. We don't need the Leafs forcing a game seven and having even more momentum than they got right now. We don't need that. Just step on this team and send them packing. And hopefully we actually get the Bruins to show up because last game they didn't even walk out. They might as well not even walked out onto the ice. And hopefully we get more out of Brad Marchand other than goose eggs across the board because he finished the game with a bunch of zeros. It was not a good game for Marchand. Last game was not a good game for the captain. But I'm hoping we get a little bit better of a result. I do think though once we get rid of Toronto, once we get past Toronto, the challenge does not stop. This Bruins team is going to have to go through an absolute gauntlet. They are going to have to go through an absolute gauntlet to get what they want, to get that Stanley Cup. Their road to the title is brutal. It's not going to be easy. The Celtics are in a different situation. I think that there's not too much competition left outside of Denver, but the Bruins, on the other hand, they are going to have to go through an absolute gauntlet to get their championship. It is not going to be easy. They're gonna get rid of Toronto. If they get past Toronto, like I said, the challenges do not stop. Their road to the championship is very, very difficult. They do, Grega. Yes, they do. All the teams that are left could pose a serious problem for the Bruins. The hockey playoffs in general are going to be really good. They're going to be really good this year. The competition level in the NHL is really high right now. There's quite a few very good teams out there. Hey, Asia with the membership, appreciate it. Thank you. I just I'm just hoping the bees can follow suit. I'm hoping the Bruins can follow suit. That's my hope. That is my hope that Montgomery learns from his mistakes from last year, corrects them, and gets this team back on track for this game. That's the hope, at least. Thank you, Asia. Much appreciated. But I think that's all I got for you guys this morning. It's 7 a.m. and I'm gonna get ready to get this truck rolling, get this truck in gear, and get it rolling, and get into the city of Boston. We are all loaded up, ready to roll. Once again, y'all, have a good one. Thanks a lot. Much appreciated. Always enjoy talking to you guys with these morning streams. And we will see you on the next one. Hopefully, the Bruins can follow suit, and we will be talking about them moving on to the second round the next time we talk. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your day, and I will catch you later.